Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to week 2 of the 10-week over 50s summer body challenge. If you don't know what that's all about, I'll put some links below because we've already done an intro video and a week 1 video, so you can go and have a look and see what I'm talking about and see how I'm getting on so far. This is a collaboration with 3 other YouTubers who are over 50. So there's myself, there is Tina from Tina's Talk Time, Maria from Maria Crocker, and Marie from Busy Bee Marie. And we're doing this collaboration, this 10-week summer body challenge, to try and lose some weight, get fit, get a little bit more healthy, and feel happier. And personally, I'm also doing this to get my type 2 diabetes under control. We're all doing different ways of healthy eating, diet plans. I'm doing low carb. Busy Bee Marie is doing fasting. Maria Crocker is doing Slimming World, and Tina, I think, is doing a bit of everything. So if you want to see what they're doing, I'll put the links to their channels down below and you can go and see how they're getting on as well. So how did I get on this week? Well, I won't lie, it was a bank holiday weekend, so it was a little bit tricky. I haven't done too badly, but I did have a medium hot chocolate from Costa. I didn't have the cream and I didn't have the marshmallows. I wouldn't have those anyway because I don't like them. So I had the medium hot chocolate, which is my kind of, I'm not going to say guilty pleasure, but I do like a hot chocolate from Costa. So I had one of those. I work in a hospital and they've actually got a Costa in the hospital, which is really bad for me. So I make Friday my hot chocolate day. So I did have a hot chocolate. And over the weekend, we went to Frankie and Benny's. Now, there's not a lot on that menu that's low carb, I have to say. It is a real struggle sometimes eating out if you are doing low carb or keto. And I had a vegan hot dog in a bun. I didn't eat the fries. I did get the fries. I maybe picked at a few, but I didn't eat all of them. And I didn't eat all of the bun. So I don't know how many carbs was in that, but I haven't been counting the carbs and the protein and the calories as much this week, probably because it was a bank holiday weekend and I didn't want to tie myself to that. But having said that, it hasn't been a bad week. I have been making some nice meals, and like I said last week, I'm going to share with you every week, you know, any nice meals that I've had. And this week I had 3 really nice things. I mean, all my meals have been nice, but these were especially nice. I had a Cajun sausage and pepper. It wasn't a bake because you did it in a frying pan. So I had a Cajun sausage and peppers. And to that, I added some sour cream on the top, some tomatoes and some sliced avocado. And that was really, really tasty. I was quite surprised because it didn't look like much when I was cooking it. Warren had his with a couple of wraps, which were called light carbs, but I think there was still maybe 11 carbs in each one. He had a couple of those. I just had it with the avocado and the tomatoes and the sour cream, and that was really tasty. Again, I'll put pictures in here so you can see what they look like. I also had a Thai broccoli rice, which was again really nice, and again I was quite surprised I liked it quite as much. So it was broccoli sort of whizzed up in the food processor to turn it into rice. There was peppers in it, there was red cabbage in it, there was onions in it, there was a nice dressing of lime and oil, and what else was in it? Lime and oil and tamari. That's what was in it. Now, tamari is the same as, pretty similar to soy sauce, but it is a lot less carbs in it. I think soy sauce has about, I think it's got about 30 grams of carbs per 100 grams, whereas the tamari's only got about 8. I put it in here because I can't remember the exact numbers, but there's a lot less, and I was quite surprised. I know you're not going to put 100 grams of soy sauce on your food, but it all mounts up if you're having it. So I'll put the figures in there just so you can have a look. And the other thing that I really liked this week that I promised I was going to do was the keto baked chocolate cheesecake. So I'm going to put the video in here if you want to watch me making it and tasting it. It's about, I think it's about 5-6 minutes long. So if you don't want to watch the whole process, you can always fast forward through it. But it is well worth watching, and it was a very tasty. I'm going to weigh in at the end so you can see how much I've lost. I have lost this week. I haven't put on, so we'll do that at the end. But the focus this week, each week we're going to focus on something different, as well as sharing, you know, what we've been eating and things like that. And this week the focus was on exercise. So it's always good when you're trying to lose weight or get fit, obviously, to add some exercise into your, you know, your plan, your routine. And I prefer walking. I do really like to just get my trainers on, get out the house and walk. Like I said, I walk to work every day if I can, unless it's really, you know, raining badly and I don't want to. I really enjoy the work. It takes us the walk, not the work, the walk. It takes us about 30 minutes, and it's about 1.5 miles, and I just put my headphones in, listen to an audio book and go, and I really enjoy that. But there are some days where, you know, you just can't get out to walk. If it's raining, I don't want to walk. Weekends, obviously I'm not walking to work, so sometimes I might not actually do, you know, like a 30-minute walk all at once. If I go to the Metro Centre, it's probably more like 1.5 hours, but that doesn't count. Or does it? Maybe it does. So for the days where I'm not walking, I do like to do something, you know, some kind of structured exercise, because it makes you feel better. Exercise, you know, it boosts your mood. It you know, gets the blood flowing, makes your cheeks rosy, and makes you feel fitter and tones up your body, hopefully. And the exercise that I've been enjoying this week is from Shelley on Fabulous 50s on YouTube. She's got a fantastic challenge. She's got a fantastic channel. You know, there's tons and tons of videos on there, from walking workouts to toning workouts to, you know, chair exercises. There's something for everybody on there, but I particularly like the walking workouts because I like walking. It kind of mimics the walking. So I've been doing a 30-minute workout with her videos, doing the walking workout, and I'll show you some here of me doing the videos as I'm talking. I've also been doing, because as well as the cardio, but having said that, the cardio walking videos that Shelley does, you do more than just walking. You're kind of doing arm things and everything, so you're probably doing a lot of toning, and walking does help your core muscles, so you're probably doing a lot of toning as you're doing the walking videos. But I also like to do specific toning videos, and this week I've been doing the arm toning videos, which I've really enjoyed. It's only 5 minutes. There's lots of 5-10 minute videos on Shelley's Fabulous 50s channel, so I highly recommend it. But I've really been enjoying those, so hopefully we can tone up these, you know, flabby underarms. I'm not expecting miracles, but if they get toned a little bit, I'll be happy. If you fancy doing some yoga, I would highly recommend Jane Heaton's channel. She's also got a YouTube channel called Just Jamie, where she shows you her meals of the week and does shopping hauls and things like that. But she's just started a yoga channel, and there's a few little videos on. She's got a few shorts where she's showing you different yoga poses, and she's got a couple of maybe 5-minute videos where she's doing some, you know, a couple of longer routines. And I really fancy trying yoga, and I had a look at some of hers this week, and I tried the I think it's a standing pose. I can't remember the name of it now, but I'll put me attempting to do it in here so you can have a look at that. But if you're not sure about yoga, you know, if you don't want to go to a class, then, you know, having a look at a couple of her videos and trying a couple of the poses and seeing if it's for you. She's got a really good one that's for core strength that I'm going to try, because that looks really interesting. And they're quite short, but I'm assuming that you can, you know, you can do them for as long as you want. And she's specially done a relaxing, I think it's a nighttime stretch, a bedtime stretch routine for us. So I'll put a link to that in the description box below. So I highly recommend you go over and have a look at Jane's yoga videos, because they can be really relaxing and make you feel just calm and stretched out and just finish off your day nicely. So go and have a look at her. So those were the exercises I've done this week. I'd love to hear in the comments below how you're doing. You know, if you've lost weight, let me know. If you've put weight on, let me know as well, because I will do that for you too. Let me know what you've been eating, if you've been eating anything nice. Let me know what exercises you've been doing. You know, I love recommendations for new exercises. If you've been watching an exercise channel on YouTube, if you followed any, you know, I was going to say videos, DVDs, whatever they're called these days. If you followed any of those, if you've taken any dance classes, let me know in the comments below. And I've learned, I said I was going to do a what I've learned about myself this week. It's an exercise thing, and I've learned I'm better off exercising first thing in the morning, because if I wait until I get in from work or at night time, I don't want to do it. I really don't. Maybe I should do it then, but I don't. So I've learned that I need to exercise first thing in the morning or I won't do it. That's why walking to work is good for me. So when is best for you to exercise? What time of day do you feel is best? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. So to get to the weigh-in, I have lost this week. I was 14 stone 12 and I think I was 14 stone 12 and a quarter when I started. I was 14 stone 11 and a quarter last week. This week I am 14 stone 9 and a half. So I've lost 1 3/4 pounds this week. So that's 2 3/4 pounds altogether, almost 3 pounds. It's slow, but like I said, for me, it's not really about the weight loss. That's a bonus, and I'm quite happy with that. For me, it's about bringing me type 2 diabetes down, bringing the blood sugars down. I've took a couple of measurements up with my blood this week. I've got a finger prick thing that I do. I did one before I went to bed last night. So this was 3 hours after I'd eaten. My blood sugars were 6.4, which was spot on. I was really happy with that. I was very surprised with that actually, because it was last night that I had the Thai broccoli rice and I had the cheesecake. So 6.4 before I went to bed was brilliant for me. When I got up this morning, took my blood sugar again. Now your blood sugar is always higher in the morning. It's something to do with how your body works through the night. Mine was 10. So possibly a little bit on the high side, but there have been quite a few mornings before I started this where my blood sugars were 13, 14. It's been as high as 20 first thing in the morning. So 10 is quite good for me. So I'll keep you posted on how my blood sugar is going, but at the moment I'm quite happy with the 2 3/4 pound weight loss and bringing my blood sugar down. Now last week we talked about mood swings and how you cope with you know, the danger zones of mood swings, and there was lots of, you know, good tips, and Linda left a tip in the comments for us, and she said if she's feeling like she wants to, you know, if she's feeling stressed or anything and she wants to go and grab something to eat, she waits 15 minutes. She says, right, I'm going to wait 15 minutes, and then if I still really want it after that, then, you know, hey-ho. But she always waits 15 minutes, and she says that usually works for her. So I have tried that this week, and I have to say, most of the time that does work, because you think, yes, you've got that, you've given yourself 15 minutes. I kind of say to myself, in 15 minutes you can have it if you want it. And I think you take that 15 minutes to think, do I really want it? Am I really hungry? And to be quite honest, I haven't been hungry at all. So it has worked. So thanks for that tip, Linda. Any more tips to do with, you know, to stop picking or to, you know, to get you more motivated? Please leave them in the comments below, and we'll try and look at one every week and see how we can help each other, because I think that's really motivational if we can help each other. Now, Busy Bee Marie threw out a challenge to me, Maria, Tina, and anybody who was listening to her channel last week. She threw out a challenge to try and have a cold shower. Cold showers are really good for you. If anybody watched the Wim Hof programme on BBC One last year that was all about celebrities doing cold water challenges. You know, it makes you feel really good having a cold shower. I wouldn't want to do some of the challenges they did, but a cold shower really makes you feel good. You know, it gets your blood circulating, it makes your hair look nicer, and it wakes you up. It makes you feel really good. And I have tried the cold water challenge, the cold shower challenge, Marie. I managed to do it for 20 seconds. At the end of my shower, and it was really bracing. It's hard to stand under it, I have to say, but I will continue to try that every time I have a shower, and maybe get a little bit longer each time. It's easier in the summer, not quite so easy in the winter. So thanks for that challenge, Marie, and I look forward to the next one. So if anybody wants to see what Marie's challenge is this week, or it could be Tina or it could be Maria's challenge, go and watch their channels and see what that is. Like I said, it's at Busy Bee Marie, at Tina's Talk Time, and at Maria Crocker. See how they're doing. So next week's video, next week's summer body challenge is, again, I'll be talking about some food I've eaten, some I'll maybe show a recipe, I'll maybe show, actually I think I might show some snacky things that are keto low carb friendly. That might be interesting. So if anybody knows of any, leave them in the comments below. I've just gotten some keto bread buns and some keto pizza bases, so I'll show you a couple of things I've been doing with those and tell you what they taste like. As I was saying, I've got a bit sidetracked. Next week's focus is going to be on drinking more water. So this week I'm going to try and drink more water. I usually have a bottle on my desk at work and I sit back all day. I usually have a bottle on my bedside table and I wake up through the night, so I have a drink of water. But on a weekend when I'm at home, I don't tend to drink as much water. I drink lots of tea, lots of coffee, but I think water is really good for you. There's proven research that if you drink more water when you're trying to lose weight, you will lose more weight than people who don't drink more water. So I'm going to try that this week and see what happens. So let me know, if you're going to do that as well. I hope you're joining us. I hope everybody's joining in. I hope everybody's starting to feel fit and healthy with whatever you're doing. Let me know if you're not doing low carb or keto, if you prefer the slimming world, if you prefer the fasting. I'm happy to hear your stories. Just let me know. So thanks so much for watching. That's all I've got for you this week. And until next week, bye for now. Even if you're eating keto or low carb, it doesn't mean you can't have something nice. And I found a recipe for a baked chocolate cheesecake that is keto friendly. And this is from the Keto Fitness Club, which I'll link down below. They've got lots of nice recipes on there. They've got a YouTube channel and they've got a membership site, but the YouTube channel is full of great recipes and help on there if you want to have a look. So I'll put the camera a little bit closer so you can see what ingredients is in this. But it makes 12 servings, not 12 cheesecakes, it makes 12 servings, and it's 322 calories a slice. The carbs are 4.2 grams, which is really low. Protein 6.3 grams, which is good, so you're getting some protein in there, and 30.4 grams of fat, good fats, which help keep you full. So like I say, I'll bring the camera lower so you can see exactly what ingredients I'm using. So for the base of the cheesecake, we're using 50 grams of unsalted butter, and we're using 75 grams of ground almonds. We're using 75 grams of ground pecans, which I actually couldn't find in a shop, so I had to buy a bag of pecans and I ground them in the food processor. And we need some stevia, which is sugar, but it's got no calories in it, and it's healthy, and it's got no carbs, which is even better. So that's the base. For the actual cheesecake part, you need 600 grams of soft cheese. I got most of these ingredients from Aldi, apart from the stevia, which they don't sell in Aldi. So that's 600 grams of soft cheese, 2 large eggs. Again, we need the stevia, I've got 50 grams of 85% cocoa dark chocolate, and also 20 grams of cocoa powder. And for the topping of the cheesecake, which is like a chocolate ganache over the top of it, the other 25 grams of the 85% cocoa dark chocolate. So the whole bar is 75 grams, which is just what we needed. Actually, the whole bar is 125 grams and I only need 75 grams altogether. So 25 grams of that for the topping. And it says 100 grams of double cream. Now this is in mils, so I'm not sure what 100 grams is. I'll have to weigh that on the scales. And again, some more stevia for the topping of the cheesecake. I've melted the butter in the pan, and I'm going to add the 75 grams of ground almonds, and then I'm going to add the 75 grams of ground pecans and 10 grams of the stevia sweetener, and then we're going to stir that. So I've stirred that all in until it looks like a biscuity base, which is the base of the cheesecake. And I'm going to press that into an 8-inch, I think it's called a sprung form cake tin, which is this. And I've already lined it like so, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven for 15 minutes until it's slightly golden. And I've got an electric oven and I'm going to bake it on 180 degrees Celsius. For the cheesecake part, I need to melt the chocolate in the bowl, and that chocolate bar comes in nice handy sized little 25 gram bars, so that's nice and easy. So I've just got my bowl on top of a pan of hot water, so I'm just going to pop the chocolate in there. I'm going to break it up and pop it in there, and hopefully the heat from the pan will help melt the chocolate. That's the idea anyway. And then once that's melted, I'm going to whisk in the cream cheese, the eggs, the sweetener and the cocoa powder. The chocolate's nicely melted, so I'm going to add in the cream cheese, and now to mix it up. The base is now golden brown, so I'm now going to pour the cheesecake mixture into the base, which might be easier said than done. Just drag it across a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. I'm just going to pour that in. I've turned the oven down to 160 degrees, and then we're going to bake this for around an hour. This has been in the oven now for, I'd say, about 65 minutes, 70 minutes. It says it'll split on the top when it's cooked, and it's split around the edges, so I'm assuming it's cooked. It feels cooked, it smells lovely, and it actually doesn't look too bad. Now I have to take it out of the tin. It says let it cool a little before you take it out of the tin, and then I'm going to make the topping. So I've poured the double cream into a small mixing bowl, and I'm going to microwave that for 60 seconds with the lid on. Then I'm going to melt 25 grams of the dark chocolate into it, which I've broken up into small pieces, along with 10 grams of the stevia sweetener. And then once that's all mixed up, it says the cream will start to thicken and go silky, and then you have to allow it to cool for 15 minutes before pouring the topping on the cheesecake. So I'll be back when I've done the cream and it's ready to pour on. and then it goes into the fridge to cool for an hour. So that's the finished cheesecake. It looks really nice. You can see the thin slice of biscuit base, which was the almond flour and the ground pecans. Like I said before, it's 322 calories a slice. I've cut it into 12 and I'm going to freeze half of it. 4.2 grams of carbs, 6.3 grams of protein and 30.4 grams of fat per slice. So definitely a keto cheesecake. So let's have a taste of it. I think I might serve it with some strawberries. You could actually put a bit of maybe single cream on there as well if you wanted, but remember to add in any carbs, or if you're counting calories, any calories as well. So let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that's good, if I do say so myself.